Hey guys, welcome back to another video on Camp TCG. I know it's been a while, but I have a first place Rikka Sunavalon deck.
Yo!
Figured it's been a while, so I figured I'd show this off. Got first place at locals today, played against Kashtira, like a runic stun Dragoon turbo deck. That was pretty easy because it just didn't draw good any of those games. Go second Sword Soul, that was one of my only matches today that went to game 3. And then I'm trying to think, and round 1 was Flunder. And against Flunder, it was pretty simple because I just have Dark Ruler in the main and I just Dark Ruler them and then just tribute off their stuff and I just win. So, but yep. So, main deck, double Lokai. Card's absurd. Like, drawing it's not terrible because you can normal it and then you can just you go this and then this gets you into your whole deck. So this card's like absurd. Twin, it's a brick, but sometimes it can like, drawing this card sucks, but sometimes you can go through hands where, like, if this is in hand, it allows you to if you have a way to get the Lokai in grave, like if you go Dryas, like unexpected die, then you can like normal this, and instead of using the sewing, you can use the sewing to summon another one of these while using this to summon this, and it just gives you an additional body. But like, I'd much rather not be using my normal on this. And 3 Petal, because it searches any of your Rikkas and it comes back on every single of your opponent's end phases if you only control plants, which, and like 100% of the time you're only on plants unless you're playing like Fenrir's and stuff, or Bystials, but those are just not the greatest in this deck. 3 Princess, because this is a monster negate that tributes and shuffles his cost. That's also a level 4 extender, which is just super good. 2 Modon. Tributes the special, and then you search for a Rikka spell, so it gets you to Con-Con, and then Con-Con gets you to your Trap or your Glamour, and Con-Con's just busted. Primula, it's a free extender. Off like if you go Glamour Tribute, search for Princess Primula, but you also can like Moodon Special Princess, and the Primula can make the Moodon a 4. And then you can just save the Princess. To make a Bangle answer, which is really nice. And then 1 Snowdrop, because I'm playing 3 normal summons in the deck in Petal, Lokai, and in the Naturia Camilla. And sometimes you're not able to like normal, like say for example the Camilla, or you're not able to normal the Petal. You can just like Snowdrop it out and then you get your normal summon effects. My biggest issue with this deck is it like is horrible in the back row, like it just doesn't beat spells and traps, and that's what this engine's for. So if your hands, like if you have basically everything you need to do the full combo, which is like if you have like Petal with like a Moodon in hand, or like a Petal with like a Princess, or like you open Lokai, or you open Unexpected Die, then you can just search this off the Glamour if you have the Princess already. And then you can normal this, dump the Vein, and whenever they commit to something, you summon the Vein out, and then every spell and trap card from that point on is just negated. I'm probably going to go back to Rose Whip though, because my biggest gripe with this card is they have to commit first. And a lot of the time, if people know what like this is doing, they just won't commit, and they'll activate all their spells and stuff first, and they just won't do anything, which kind of sucks. And then Lone Fire, because you're playing a plant deck and this summons any plant. And you can also have Con-Con up, normal this, and tribute an opponent's monster and keep playing. And then the last monster is 3 Veiler, because against Tyr and Flu, it's just super nice. And I back that up for the other hand trap I play in Imperm. It's the same logic behind this. It's just another like monster negate that just goes into everything, goes into Flu, goes into Tyr, goes into Sprite. It's just nice. I then played 3 Unexpected Die. Yeah, if you open this card, you're probably winning that game, because you summon Lokai, and then like this card is full combo by itself. It's crazy. 3 Con-Con. This card's even more crazy because this once per turn sets a Rikka Speller trap, and then it also just says, "Cool, tribute your opponent's stuff off," because if you tribute plant monsters, and this allows you to tribute their stuff, and almost all your cards that tribute are cost. So nice interruptions. If you don't negate my Con-Con, good luck, dude. 3 Glamour. because it searches your whole deck. And you also compare this with Con, cheapen an opponent's card off, and then search 2. It's really good. 2 sewing. I like 2 of this because tier 0, quote unquote. But like you mill one of the, if they mill one of them, you just want to have the second one in deck so you can still do your Loci line. 3 talents because it's just crazy this format. 3 Dark Ruler. It's also just like crazy in the main deck because if you lose die roll, you just have this. You beat 90% of the end boards. Called by, it doesn't come up. And 1 for 1 because it gets you to pedal or it gets you to Loci, which gets you to your whole deck. And then the last card in the main deck was Sheet. This is just crazy. Like you can target something. Like if it's not on a non-summon effect, you just target it, and then they can't. Neither player can activate the effect. And if I choose to plant for this, I can just steal it. It's crazy. Just really good interruption, being able to clear 2 bodies and just say cool. That's it for main. It's 43. For extra, 2 Dryas. You only need 2 because you'll start your combo with 1, and then if you have the extra body, then you'll make the second one for when you make Bangalancer. So instead of losing in time when you Bangalancer, you can have this, and then Bangalancer, when you Bangalancer bounce, this can regain the life points that you take, so you just don't lose in time that way. Healer, because you gain 3, and this is your time condition. Thrasher for the OTK. Melius, because this is how you make your Bangalancer, because you just make this later in the combo, and then Bangalancer is just crazy. It bounces, and then if it's in the grave, you can banish like this, and just resummon it. That's it for that. 2 Jasmine, because it's a free summon out of deck. Gaspion, it's kind of on the same level as Jasmine, but you have to get lucky. But it can manipulate levels, which comes up sometimes. And then 3 Strenna, this card's insane. It summons your XTs from extra deck or graveyard. That's one thing people forgot to leave out, and I forgot to leave out on my last profile of this, is this can summon from extra deck or grave, so you can have like your Teardrop in grave and you can resummon it, or you can have your Hyperton in grave and you can resummon the Hyperton, which is crazy. And then you do pair this with the double Teardrop and Hyperton. I am planning on changing one of these Teardrops to a Kanzachi because I now know this can summon from grave. So unless they use their brain and like read this and realize that someone's from grave and they DD Crow this, then the second one never comes up. And the Kanzachi comes up because you can Kanzachi Teardrop, and that's an OTK line if they have nothing on board. And then for side, 3 Crow, 3 Meister, because this just beats tier. This beats the Shufflers, and this beats the tier names. I want to play Bestials, but it conflicts. And then 3 Droll, because this is just good in like everything else that isn't tier limit. And also just like, you drop this on Flu and they don't chipper you, you just win. 3 Lightning Storm, it's just good into multiple boards. And then 3 Judgment. This was the Water Spiritual Art, but this is just better because it can negate multiple things instead of just like ripping something and then having 2 of it. If they evenly you, then you just stop it. Like that's the number one thing you lose to is Lightning Storm or Gekian evenly, and this just beats it. So yeah, that's it for the profile. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and get your game on.